very moment, collective. Whenever you're watching this reading is timeless. Tapping into our spirit guides, our angels, our spirit team. Let's see what spirit has for us in this very moment. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And let's get into today's message. So yeah, honestly, not gonna lie, the way this kind of played out to me was really like a movie. It was so clear what was happening. So let's actually start here. Collective, I see your love life heading to a higher level of commitment. We got the Nine of Cups and the Four of Wands. Four of Wands being one of our marriage celebration cards in the deck. Also a card of moving into a new home, moving forward in life, big kind of milestone energy. And we have the Nine of Cups, which perfectly aligns to that, because typically before you get into that love of your life situation where everything kind of comes together, first, Nine of Cups, you find yourself, you go on your own journey, you learn how to support yourself and make yourself happy with or without any external party there. So I feel like everything has been going in steps for collective. You may be seeing 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, any of those step kind of angel numbers. Even 3, 2, 1, the ones that lead backwards can also still be very potent for things kind of, boiling down to what it should be in that next phase of life. But we got the Nine of Cups here. I see you feeling good, feeling wonderful. Four of Wands, I see someone making you a higher level love offer, and I see it coming very, very quickly. Four of Wands, like I said, can also be a card of like new home and celebration. Actually, if you look on the card, you can see that they're clinking their glasses, celebrating, and you can see the new home in the background. So it doesn't have to be romantic, though. It's typically like a marriage card. It can also represent like big milestone kind of moments. So I see you securing a new home. For some of you, it's even like a brand new apartment in the city. It's wonderful, beautiful energy. And yeah, I do see this opportunity happening very quickly. I'm really drawn to the paper airplane on this Eight of Wands card. Eight of Wands is very quick, fast moving energy. But I'm really drawn to that paper airplane, which can represent like communication. So this could be an idea, a move, like something you're called to randomly very quickly one night. You apply for the job, you get the job. You know what I mean? 2 days later, you got an interview. The next day, they're giving you a job offer. This could be you deciding, okay, I'm going to spread my wings. I'm going to move to the city, or I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Your dream, your perfect reality could be getting your own home in the country where there isn't a lot of people around. There isn't a lot of action, and you can homestead and live like a more low key, natural kind of life. So it can manifest in many different ways depending on you, your preferences, and what you want for yourself. I just saw 303. But we have the Three of Pentacles here, which is a card of working with the higher power, but also a sign that things are finally coming into alignment. They also are pointing to this book of plans that they have, and it's kind of like synonymous with special important dates coming up, moving forward, and the timing being right. So I'm really loving this. With all that being said, it's kind of like that sound, and then all of a sudden I hear this agitating, degrading voice. That's literally the energy. My goodness, we have the mature woman and the thief. I'm tapping into a bitter, older karmic feminine who is looking at you as if you're living the life that they wish they would have lived. Because like at the end of the day, we all get signs, signals, messages from spirit, but we don't all take advantage of those. And sometimes when you don't take advantage of the messages that spirit's giving you, it could even be given to someone else. It happens all the time. You have an idea, you don't take action on it, boom, next month you see like someone else doing that video idea or going for that promotion or presenting that way that things can be done better in the workplace, whatever it is. And it's like, I literally thought of that, and you see them get the praise, the accolade, the benefits from it, and it's like, it could have been me. So we all have those moments. It's very human. But I'm seeing this mature feminine energy, this older feminine energy, And it could even be just 1-2 years older than you. Doesn't even have to be a big gap, but I'm just seeing someone who feels more deserving. I will also say this can manifest in interesting ways where it's like maybe this person isn't older than you. We actually got the occupation card that came out. So this could be someone who's worked at your occupation, at your job longer than you. And you're getting a promotion and they've been working there for 3 years. You only worked there for one. Boom, you're getting a promotion or a pay raise or something like that. So it could be something like that. It doesn't have to be exactly cut and dry. But we have the mature woman coming out with the thief. So this person is getting checked and exposed by spirit, because at the end of the day, regardless of the opportunities that they didn't take and the opportunities that they did or did not have, they're trying to steal or get in the way or destiny swap with your promotion, with your accolade, with your new beginning. This could be someone who's just salty pocket watching you, like we all work at the same job. How are you able to afford that apartment in the city? You're not going to be able to hold that up very long, criticizing you and all up in your business. Or this could be someone who's literally trying to take an opportunity to, from you. So sabotaging like a work situation. So we got occupation and wealthy man. That thickens the plot, because for a lot of you, this new abundance that you're coming into is the direct result of a wealthy masculine energy sharing their wealth or giving you an opportunity. So it happens all the time. People get jealous and they try to downplay it. They would take the opportunity if it came to them like that. But because it's coming to someone else, they have all these gripes and, discrepancies with what's going on. So I think that's really the dagger in the heart of this person collective. The fact that this level up is coming through a wealthy masculine. It is coming through it's kind of like that saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. You could spend years getting a degree and apply for a job, but if someone knows someone who's doing the interviewing process, naturally they're gonna be more likely to get the job, even if you have the same or better qualifications. In this world, a lot of those rare experiences you want do come through connections with other people. So this person, even though if this person had taken a liking to them, they would have took that opportunity with a quickness, because it's not coming to them and it's coming to you. And for whatever reason, they feel like they're more deserving of it. They're trying to, thief, they're trying to steal, they're trying to destiny swap. So what I love about this reading is the sturdy support card that came out in the pre-pull. That is spirit letting us know that this karmic feminine, they're not going to be able to stop what you have going on. They're not going to be able to steal your opportunity. They need to wait for their opportunity. I am still giving them signs and signals present day that they're still not taking advantage of, because they're so focused on you and trying to swap things or slow things down for you. They're still doing the same thing that got them here. So of course they're going to have more of that. So this really has nothing to do with you. Like, all of this going on is their own personal path, journey, and lessons that they need to learn. What's going on collective is I see collective getting into a new home. I see collective getting a new job, getting some new money, new opportunity, maybe even a romantic connection or wealth coming through marriage. Could be something that manifests. And you're getting a lot of sturdy support. It says, build a strong foundation with combined effort. Be united and build something stable and long lasting. So spirit is telling you, you have, support in the background. Don't worry too much about, what you kind of see unfolding. I got your back. I'm taking care of it. We got the 9 of Wands and the Temperance card here. So not going to lie, I do see some of you making it out by the skin of your teeth. This wouldn't be a situation where I would, rain on someone's parade. This isn't a situation where I would agitate this person. I would go under the radar, but that's me, I'm a Cancer. We kind of move in whatever direction. So as soon as someone with the, they start with the foolishness, oh, I'm swerving off in the other direction. But not everyone can handle things that way. So do the things in your special way. But just a bit of a warning, I would not take this time to, push their head into the sand, because they're already getting their head pushed into the sand by life. If you give them a reason to attack you, that could really blow things up for you. And depending on the sensitivity of the situation, if this is like a situation where a higher up, a wealthy man, someone higher up in your company, in your occupation is giving you a promotion, the last thing you want to do is give that that person something that they can report to, say, HR, for an example, that would override even the favor that you're getting from that other party. So depending on the sensitivity of the situation, even if you can't really tell that the situation looks too sensitive, I wouldn't go back and forth with them. Let them argue with destiny. Let them argue with spirit. Let them argue with the Lord. But do not give them a reason to, further attack you. We got looking back and right timing. So ultimately, this karmic feminine, this, more mature feminine, at the end of the day, they have to look back, reflect, and acknowledge what they've done and take accountability for it. Interestingly enough, this card says missing the moments that you shared together was nostalgic and reflection. So you may have actually been in a good space with this karmic feminine for a period of time. And they may be looking back at that, or they may be looking back on the space that you gave them to show you who they really are. And they could be regretting that they didn't take different action in that way. They could be in an energy where they're looking back and realizing, I had an opportunity to get closer to collective or to befriend collective, and I didn't. And we got the right timing card, Things will move forward for them, but it's just not your responsibility. And if you're a giver collective, you may even feel called to carry this person, take on this burden as your own and help them. But honestly, I wouldn't advise it, not this time. We have right timing. It says, have faith and wait. Hold on. Practice self-love, and soon, it says on the card. So I see things changing for you soon. I see things upgrading for you soon. And Spirit is telling you to have faith that the higher power will play justice. We got the Temperance card there already, which is about things coming into balance. I just saw 1133. So that's good, especially with it being a major arcana card of balance. That lets us know that the higher level frequencies are abundant here, and spirit is here helping the situation along and creating that justice. Yeah, listen, it's a bittersweet moment. I don't know. As the reading goes on, I don't know how to feel because I empathize with this person. I know what it feels like to see someone else winning and to feel like that could be me, but the truth is it's not you. It was never yours. That assumption that it can be you is something that should be inspiring. Like that could be something like what I can experience. But when you see someone winning, it could never be exactly you. That is their path, their abundance, their destiny that has led them there. You can have something like it though. And so when you see things like this, if it's overwhelming, that's the time when you take a social media break. That's the time when you disappear for 3 months and you lock in and you put all that energy you've been putting towards other people, towards yourself. So it's like I can empathize with feeling that way. It's a very natural thing, but it's still not your fault. And I can't stand for someone actually getting in your way. So, Spirit will take care of it. We got the World card here with the Star reverse. It's just bittersweet, Star reverse is like, ouch, like it hurts, dude. But this should be a happy time for collective. And I don't feel like this person should be allowed to rain on your parade. And I don't feel like they should tear you down, of course. So really, we just got to kind of allow nature to take its course this time. For those of you who are empathic, you could feel really like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. But I would say hold on to spirit, focus on spirit, and disengage from this one. Because I feel like this person isn't going to feel like they have won until they have exactly what you have, or until they win over you. If it was a situation where it's like, okay, this is just someone who's at a lower level and you can tell they're putting in that work, that effort, you can tell they're deserving, they're fair, or, even kind to other people. They try to help other people, but for whatever reason, they're just not winning. In that case, it's like, you know what? If I have an opportunity, I'll be a friend and I'll step up and help them. But when you have someone who hasn't realized that, for one, this is partially their own fault, you know, for not taking action when they could have, when spirit was giving them, okay, here's your keys to abundance. When you have that combined with just pure jealousy and even like more like, I don't want to say evil nature, but yeah, that's how it feels, like that low vibrational energy, it can feel very intense when you have someone in that like borderline evil energy. It's like full stop, full stop. So we got the Four of Cups and the Two of Swords reversed. I don't know, it's kind of like seeing a kid not you know, getting along with the other kids and being left out of the game. Sometimes you might realize that kid may have an anger issue, so the other kids aren't choosing them to be on the team because there is something very real going on where, you know, trying to be nice to a certain person still doesn't lead to anything good, you know. And that's what this is giving. It's like you want to feel empathy for them, but at the same time they can't shake that jealousy out of their spirit. So I feel like it's better to, you know, really disengage. We got the Four of Cups and the Two of Swords reversed. I feel like it's okay to have empathy within, and just hold it in for now. There might be an opportunity where you can help them down the line, but make sure you at least get your opportunity first. Step into your new life fully, to the extent where even if they wanted to, they couldn't shake up what's meant for you. You're already fully in your position. And then once you're there, then you can start helping people, maybe even in the background, just putting in a good word for them, not even directly engaging with them. We have concern, imprisonment, and the Lovers. So for a lot of you, this could be sparked by a romantic relationship. We did have the wealthy man that came in before with the Thief. So perhaps there is a wealthy man in your occupation, in your workplace, that is attracted to you, and that's why they're helping you. Maybe there is a quantum leap that you go through connecting with someone who has their own wealth, abundance, etc., through a relationship, with the Lovers card being here. That could be what's really inspiring jealousy in this person, especially if they liked that person at any point. So I feel like a part of why they're feeling so tightly wound, why they're so irritated at this time, is we have concern and imprisonment here. They feel like this is their last opportunity to find love, but it's not their opportunity, you know? It's like, I'm like, what can I use as an example to explain this energy? It's like, you know, and this happens a lot, especially in relationships. Actually, as soon as you start talking to someone, all of a sudden you got all these people of the past coming back towards you and trying to talk to you. And ultimately that's partially because they see that the path that was open with you is now closing. And especially when you have a lot of benefits that you can add to people's lives, they don't want to lose out on those benefits. A lot of people will keep you around as a placeholder, even if you're not compatible, or even if they don't really want you, or even if there's a misalignment. They will still hold on to you just enough where they can swoop into a relationship with you or whatever kind of connection if they ever need to. But they don't value it and they don't treat it like a first choice. So it's like you have all these, you know, people coming from the woodwork trying to say, oh my God, I'm so in love with this person. And it's like, you haven't even paid attention to this person, let alone has this person paid attention to you at any point. So this, I don't know, like, it's like people see love and they think, I don't know, they feel entitlement over it, or anything: love, money, luck, blessings, opportunity, positivity, friendships, family. You know, I don't know how to describe it other than it's just rooted in jealousy or a lack of having it themselves. So we got concern and imprisonment. This is very real for this person. I can definitely tell this karmic feminine is genuinely concerned that if they don't cash in on this opportunity, that they're going to be in prison forever. They're not going to get to move forward in a romantic relationship. But again, the missing link is that this was never their relationship. This was never their blessing. So they're associating with it, and it's not associated with them. It's just not theirs. It's just not theirs. We have the Crystal Spirit and the Dragonfly Elf. The crystal spirit with communication, it says express yourself authentically and vulnerably to strengthen your relationship. So communicate this to the person you're talking to. Even if it's a work situation and you have someone helping you in your occupation, it's a good idea to let them know, like, listen, unless I don't know if you noticed that weirdness at the meeting, but that person actually, this and this and this, and let them know their history. Catch people up. Dragonfly, it says creativity, color power, energy, and vibration allow inspiration to flow into your life. So I feel like aligning with the color of the day, wearing that color of the day. I actually did that for my son in school. We've been doing that for years now. He wears the color that is synonymous with the day, and it really does put you more in alignment with that planetary energy and help you avoid a lot of extra negativity that you wouldn't even expect. Wearing the color of the day, you can ask ChatGPT if you don't know off the top of your head what the colors of the day are. Wearing the colors of the day will definitely really help you, but using color and energy, vibration, and music will also help you. Getting, dusting off those sound bowls or those tuning forks, playing that frequency at night, wearing the color of the day. All these things will help you stay in alignment so you can grab this opportunity. And then maybe in the future, you can circle back and help this person, even if it's anonymously. That's what I got for you, collective. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon.